Alright, so one morning I was helping my dad with a couple of chores. We're bringing up boxes from the basement. And on the way up the stairs, he trips and falls face first into the next stair and breaks his sunglasses. And I was like laughing. And then my dad just stops, turns around, and I just start laughing. And he just looks at me. He's like, "It's gone!" He just runs at me, just proudly just throws me through the house. And I go flying into the street. Before I can even get up, I see him like flying like 10,000 feet in the air. and he just falls on me and sends me flying through the center of the earth. Out to the other side in China. So my dad follows me. And when he comes out, he's holding sun, but not the normal sun, the shotgun one. It fires a 12 gauge like 300 million times per second, the upgraded one.
Or did he get a 1 gauge?
No. So anyway, when he comes out of like this hole through the center of the earth, I'm like lying on the ground like barely alive, and all I remember seeing is my dad just stopping for like 2 days and just staring at all the Asians walking around, and then I remember nothing. All I remember seeing is like a wave of blood cover me and the sound of like continuous machine gun fire.
Holy shit.
So when I wake up, I'm in my dad's basement chained to a table. My dad's like operating on me, trying to remove the Jew from me. That made me laugh. I stop him because I have my Magnum on me. So I fired into his neck, which stuns him for like a matter of seconds.
Yeah.
Just enough time for me to untie myself and run out into the street. And I start yelling for help, right? And we have this really strong neighbor. He's like Australian, like ripped. So he comes out, he's like, "Oh, what's the problem?" And before he can even help me, his head just explodes. And then I see Dad on the roof just staring at his body, which is like melting on the street. And I'm like, "Oh shit." So I get into my dad's red truck and just like start driving away. I keep looking in the rearview mirror behind me, and I see nothing. And then I'm looking into the passenger seat, and there's Dad!
Holy shit!
Sharpening his machete, and he's like, "So, you've been a bad boy." I'm like, "Dad," before I can even say anything, he just cuts off my arms. And the truck starts like veering across the road, then rolls over like 20 times, and into the back of an Asian tour bus.
Holy shit.
So I managed to like crawl my way out using just my legs because I don't have arms anymore. So, and then I get to the tour bus, which we didn't know was Asian until I like knocked on the door, and some Asian guy came out. He's like, "Oh, hello." And then before he can even say, "Oh, hello," my dad, all you see is a red dot on his forehead, and my dad torpedoes into him.
Holy shit.
It just explodes.
Just like with the Mormon.
And then I look at the bus again because I was like staring at this like chunks of Asian left on the road, and the bus is just gone. All that's left are the corpses of the Asians on the bus, except for one. It's this little Asian girl my dad's like petting, and then and he turns around and he's like, "I'll be right back!" And all I hear is like this squishing noise and this like explosion of blood from in front of him. And he turns around and he has a huge erection. It's like 10 meters long. It's not fully erected, it's only about half. And he's like, "You're next!" And he starts walking over to me, but unknown to him, I had picked up sun from the back of the truck, and I started shooting at him with my feet because I didn't have arms, right?
Oh yeah, because you're like one of the few people who can...
So I fired sun at him, and it just stuns him for a couple seconds. And he's like, "Don't do it!" And I started firing at him again. It's like tearing pieces of Dad off of him. What? And then... Dad!
No, it's... Okay, it's hurting him? Okay.
Yes, it's tearing pieces of Dad off of Dad until all that's left of him is this like meaty corpse of him. It doesn't have any skin. And that's when he's like, "You found out!" And he just charges at me and grabs me and chokes me to death. And then I wake up the next morning and laying in my bed. That's the end of the story.